So look, I do worry about this vacuum in the summer of everybody agrees on this. Doesn't matter whether you want a new manager, doesn't matter whether you want to sell certain players. I've not spoken to anybody. We're all, we're dreaming the same dream. We want the same thing here. Everybody wants the same thing. We are in a situation where we all want to clear out in the summer. But on the other hand, who's running that clear out? And that's the thing for me. Who's going to run that clear out? I think Dan Ashworth not being there puts it on Murtagh and a new manager. Oh my God, it's a recipe for disaster. Yeah, so I think that's really, really important. And also, my second fear is, in relation to the removal of players, will we remove the right player? And what I mean by that is, I keep hearing about Varane and Casemiro. Well, Varane and Casemiro are big earners. We can't just get rid of people because they're big earners. We can't. Like, there are, you look at Eriksen at the weekend, he's got to go. Ever since that injury, he's not been the same. That Andy Carroll tackle, he's not been the same. Eriksen, before that tackle, was a really good signing. I've not heard anybody say this. Eriksen was brilliant for that first 6 months. And then that tackle from Andy Carroll, he's never been the same. No, I've not heard anybody correlate that. He's not been the same player since that injury. He came back at the end of the season and we sort of went, he's probably not fully fit. He'll be better next season. And then this season, he's not been the same. So, Eriksen's got to go. Maguire's got to go because of the way we play. He doesn't suit the way we want to play. We can see that gap between the defence and the attack is because of slower centre-backs and people like Lindelof and Maguire. What is the point in keeping Maguire and Lindelof? When you put them in the team, you have to play a deep line, which we don't want to do. It doesn't suit the way we play. So they've got to go. You've got to make a decision on Scott McTominay. Do you keep him around because he might come on and score a goal? Or do you actually accept that, apart from goals, he doesn't do anything and doesn't suit the way we want to play? There's big decisions on players that don't suit the way we want to play. Varane and Casemiro do suit the way we want to play. They're two of the better players we've got, but they're massively expensive. You can't get rid of Varane and Casemiro and keep Eriksen, McTominay, Lindelof. That's ridiculous because you're just doing it on wage. And if you're going to do it on wage, then why are you not going to do it for someone like Bruno Fernandes or Marcus Rashford? And it's interesting, actually, because, again, in the Ben Jacobs interview, PSG felt they were being used as a means for Rashford to secure the best possible deal quickly. While they still have him on their list, they're irked by this and will only take their interest further if Rashford wants to leave. But according to Ben Jacobs, Rashford is committed to Manchester United. He wants to stay and is excited by the Ineos project. Well, I think that in itself is quite an interesting statement because, look, let's say Rashford is Bruno. Let's say Bruno is Sancho. Three different players, three different circumstances. Rashford, Bruno, Sancho. I want to stay at Manchester United. I'm excited by the Ineos project. I've spoken to Sir Jim and I'm all in to recapture my form and make Man United great again. I don't care. And the reason I've used three players is because we're not victimising anybody there. I don't care. I don't care whether you want to recapture your form and are excited by a new project. You're on hundreds of thousands of pounds a week. I think you're excited about earning hundreds of thousands of pounds a week in a comfortable position. You've had your chances, and in the case of some of these players, you switched it off for Ollie, you switched it off for Rangnick, and you've switched it off for Ten Hag. Why am I going to give you a new manager to switch it on for and then switch it off again? Player FC is over. I'm not interested in what you think. I've got a very, very rich CV of you turning it on and off, and on and off. Light switch footballers. I don't want light switch footballers. I don't want solar powered footballers. I want consistency. I want Duracell players. I want players that don't switch off. I want you to be on all the time. At the weekend, you switched it off, and now I'm meant to go, but you're excited to switch it on for a new manager. This ain't the X Factor. This is Family Fortunes, and you've gone with the wrong answer. This needs to stop. Ineos can make this change very, very quickly. How many more players are we going to keep at this club year after year after year because they pledge their allegiance to a new manager. I'm not playing well because of the manager. That's why I can't play well. But if you get a new manager in, you'll see a change. And we will. We will see a change until that new manager falls out with them or drops them. And then it will be, I'm not happy with this new manager. I've lost my form. Sir Alex Ferguson got rid of Beckham because he didn't like what he was doing off the pitch. He got rid of Keane because he did an MUTV interview slagging off some players. He got rid of Jaap Stam because he fell out with a couple of players. He got rid of Van Nistelrooy because he fell out with Ronaldo. Stam, Van Nistelrooy, Keane, Beckham. There's a few legends there got rid of by a manager. Nobody batted an eyelid. It was a bit of a shock, but it was like, trust the manager. We got rid of absolute legends of the football club who were still playing well. And we're conflicted about getting rid of mediocre players who've never really delivered as anything legendary. This is the Ineos thing that needs to happen. I don't want to hear about current players who are excited about recapturing their form under Ineos. I want to see Ineos go, couldn't give a shit. I've got your CV. I've seen what you've done. If I wanted a roller coaster, I'd go to Alton Towers. Your Man United career is a fucking roller coaster. Piss off. Get out of this football club. You're not having another chance. We're looking at elite football. I look at Man City and I see the likes of Kevin De Bruyne, John Stones, Phil Foden, Erling Haaland. I look at Liverpool, I see Mo Salah, I see Van Dijk, I see consistency. I look at Arsenal, I see Declan Rice, I see Odegaard, I see Saka, I see consistency. I look at Man United, I see a bloody roller coaster ride. Light switch FC. No. This stops. Who are you? You're a Man United player. That's all you are. Nothing else. I'm not sticking with this. And that desperately needs to happen. But we have become indoctrinated as a fan base where we actually value what players think. We actually do care what players think. Like, oh, they want to stay and have another chance, Mark. I think we should let them stay and have another chance. No. I don't think, I said it last summer, I think a sacrificial lamb is not necessarily a bad thing for Manchester United, and they might need to get rid of a few. Goldbridge, that's the end of the clip. I'm sure you enjoyed it. In fact, I bet that's the best clip you've ever watched. So there's no reason not to subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon so you never miss a clip again. In fact, smash a like on the video because we all know only legends like videos and you are all legends. So please smash a like on the video and we will see you again on the next one. Thank you very much for watching as always.